In the days when the world was young and kingdoms rose from dust and disappeared like smoke, there lived a man whose name echoed through eternity, Melchizedek, the king of Salem and priest of the Most High God. His story does not begin with birth or bloodline. No father, no mother, no record of beginning, nor end. Only a sudden appearance like a divine whisper breaking through the noise of human history. The sun was dipping low over the rugged hills of Canaan. Abraham, still known to many as Abram, stood at the center of a battlefield soaked with dust. Moments earlier, he had defeated 4 powerful kings to rescue his nephew Lot. His men were exhausted, their faces streaked with sweat and ash. The clash of swords had ended, but the weight of conflict still hung in the air. As Abraham walked among his people, ensuring every man was accounted for, he felt a stirring in his spirit. Someone was approaching. Not an enemy, not a king seeking revenge, but an overwhelming sense of peace, like the calm after a storm. From the horizon came a small procession, no army, no chariots, no threatening banners. Instead, a single radiant figure walked forward, carrying 2 simple things, bread and wine. His robe was white, untouched by dust. His eyes carried a wisdom far beyond that of mortal kings, and around him seemed to shine a quiet glory. Abraham's men stepped back instinctively. "Who is this?" they whispered. "A king? A priest? An angel?" The man approached Abraham with a gentle smile. "I am Melchizedek, king of Salem, priest of El-Elyon, the Most High God." His voice held authority, yet compassion flowed from each word. Abraham bowed, something he did for no other earthly king. Melchizedek lifted the bread and wine toward the darkening sky, and the entire valley seemed to fall silent. "Blessed be Abram," he declared, "by God Most High, creator of heaven and earth. And blessed be the Most High God who delivered your enemies into your hand." His blessing echoed like thunder rolling gently over the hills, powerful yet peaceful. Abraham felt the words settle into his soul like fire. This was not just a king, not just a priest. This was a man who walked with God, a man sent by heaven. In response, Abraham took a portion of all the spoils of war, gold, treasures, cattle, cloth, and placed 1/10 at Melchizedek's feet. A tithe, a sign of honor, a gesture that would echo through generations. As the 2 men stood together, Melchizedek spoke softly. "Salem means peace, and peace will reign where God is honored." Abraham's heart burned with understanding. This king, this priest, was more than a ruler of a small city. He was a symbol, a foreshadow, a glimpse of a greater priest who would one day come. Melchizedek placed his hand on Abraham's shoulder. "You walk a path chosen by God. Nations will rise from you. Kings will come from your line and through your seed. The world will be blessed." Abraham trembled. These were not words of flattery. They were prophecy. After sharing bread and wine, Melchizedek turned toward the hills of Salem. Night settled, the stars glowed. And then, as suddenly as he came, Melchizedek was gone. No sound of footsteps, no flicker of torchlight, got no trace of his departure. Only the memory of his presence lingered warm and powerful. Abraham stood alone, staring at the path Melchizedek had taken. His men watched the darkness, waiting for the figure to return. But he didn't. Centuries passed. Kings rose and fell. Prophets spoke and were silenced. Nations forgot the God who created them. But the name Melchizedek lived on a mystery beyond human understanding. King David would one day write, "You are a priest forever in the order of Melchizedek," and generations later, people would discover that Melchizedek was a sign, a shadow pointing to the coming Messiah, a priest kinglet bound by time, not limited by genealogy, not appointed by human hands.